This video is titled Make Me a Hellfighter, and as we begin to wrap up this series, let's go back to Karl Marx and his hellish vapors. The hellish vapors rise and fill the brain till I go mad and my heart is utterly unchanged. See this sword, the Prince of Darkness sold it to me. For me he beats the time and gives the signs. Every more boldly I play the dance of death. Hellish vapors filled Karl Marx's brain, and Marxism was an outcome that has destroyed hundreds of millions in our land. So our prayer as we conclude this series is, God, make us hellfighters. And to do that, I want to shortly tell the story of the Harlem Hellfighters. In the early days of World War I, France was engaged in heavy fighting with Germany. On the verge of being wiped out, they asked for immediate backup of the United States. The U.S. Army deployed a National Guard unit comprised of African American men from New York and several surrounding states. Due to the language barrier, the French soldiers had to use charades to demonstrate trench clearing tactics. The Harlem men had to become skilled with French equipment, rifles, rifle grenades, machine guns, and French maps. Both of these were a challenge. The Harlem men also carried an infamous 3-pound 9-inch blade bolo knife. Once they were trained, they were fearless and lethal. They quickly became known as the Harlem Hellfighters. The Germans called them Hellfighters for two reasons: their deadly hand-to-hand fighting skills and their ability to avoid capture. The Harlem Hellfighters deployed with 2,000 members. By the last days of the war, they had lost 1,300 to death or severe wounds. The unit had the highest casualty rate of any American regiment. However, they never lost a trench. They also never lost a soldier to enemy capture. The Hellfighters spent more days in the trenches than any other U.S. infantry unit. They were also the first American unit to reach the Rhine. Unit members received 170 awards for bravery from France, and several members received the Distinguished Service Cross and the Medal of Honor. After the war, the Hellfighters' name became even more prominent. Their deadly hand-to-hand fighting skills and their ability to avoid capture, their courage, their sacrifice, their unrelenting spirit, their care for their fellow soldiers. Well, friends, we need to become heavenly Hellfighters, full of the armor of God and spiritual weapons, praying that God's kingdom come, His will be done on earth as it is in heaven, knowing the devil's schemes, having courage, sacrifice, an unrelenting spirit, and care for our fellow believers and soldiers in the faith. So here is our prayer. O God, make me a heavenly Hellfighter. Make me, like these men of no renown, a tool in your hands to battle the enemy, fight for the oppressed, and rescue the captive. In Jesus' name. Hellish vapors are in the atmosphere. There are people that just want to watch the world burn. Our duty must be to struggle against the hellish vapors of Marxism, not to breathe them in. We must battle against and expose the powers of darkness that continue to pervade this modern world. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. O God, make us heavenly Hellfighters. My name's Craig Seibert. Thanks for listening.